What's up, guys? I'm Rob, and this is Cultured, as well as an album review for Benny the Butcher's Burden for Proof. Old Benny boy, he's one for the wordplay, isn't he? He's always been one for the wordplay. This album is no different as well. In Sly Green, he says, "I push weight like a bodybuild. I let the bitch slide. Her attitude fake, but her body real." Brilliant. I like that. Push weight like a bodybuild. In Where Would I Go, he says, "Mama, I made it. Rose petals and gold shovels. Ask the team, we all cop gold bezels at those levels. It's on my wrist as well as my hip. It's cold metal." That's hard. The wordplay is insane there. The lyricism, it's so well written. Over the Limit as well was just insane. "I'm like a mirror, not your reflection, the better years. But if you break me, that's bad luck for 11 years. Oh, that is hard. That is hard. That is hard. The very last song, Legend, has one of the most clever lines in it. "Gun come with a Carfax, you know who I shot with it." That's insane. And we got something a little bit different than the cold, hard, grimy beats that we're used to with Benny. Legendary Hit Boy produced the whole thing from start to finish, and obviously provided him with some amazing beats. I do want to play this one real quick. This is New Streets. So obviously, this is quite different to a usual Benny beat. It's an absolute vibe. There's some I don't know, old opera kind of stuff. Not opera. I don't know, old, I don't really know, 60s pop maybe? I don't really know old music that well. But it's such a chill beat. It's a really good platform for someone like Benny to spit on. Yeah, Hit Boy all throughout gives him many different platforms to stand on and diversify himself, and he definitely takes the opportunity to do so. Famous explored an idea that I haven't seen before, and I like it. He says, 3 rollies, 2 cribs, 6 figures, and I still don't feel famous. The day I got my first brick, the only time a neighbour really felt famous. I think that's really, really good. Thank God I Made It is another great song where he gets quite personal with it. It heavily focuses on his childhood, being raised by a single mum, as well as losing his brother. One set of lyrics I really like: "I can't respect the man who don't raise his son." Really, really like that. I think War Paint is probably my second favourite track on here. It features Westside Gunn and Conway the Machine, so the 3 Griselda boys are back at it again. And when I first saw that, I was a little bit worried. I thought that they would, as soon as they're back in a track together, they would go back to rapping about heroin spoons. But yeah, they didn't. That's not the case at all. Conway was talking about when he got shot and how doctors told him that he's looking at being paralysed for life. And he got very personal with relaying the story of when he met Jay-Z, and Jay-Z knew about him. He said, "Oh, you're that neighbour." You know, he knew who he was. He shook hands with Beyonce, and it was a very big moment for him. And he said as well that I think he said fiance teared up when he said he shook hands with Beyonce, knowing that, okay, we've made it. Now, I really, really liked that. That was a very, very personal moment. Westside was only given a chorus, so there wasn't too much he could have done, but I still think he could have done more with it. That was the case for pretty much every feature as well. Rick Ross, while of course sounding good, didn't really have that much to offer. On Timeless, Big Sean and Lil Wayne were together. You know, Wayne was good, but I know he can do way better. He's one of the absolute goats in the rap game. Yeah, while he had some good flows, the actual lyricism was fairly subpar. And I think the whole album could have gone without Big Sean. He didn't really offer anything at all. Both Dom Kennedy and Queen Neha, I believe that's how you say it, they were both really good. But yeah, again, they were both limited to just a chorus. It would have been really nice to see a verse from Dom as well. I do really like him, and I feel like he could have offered something to like a Benny the Butcher album. But Freddie Gibbs was really good. His verse ended way earlier than I thought it would, and I thought it should as well, I guess. But yeah, he's probably the best feature on the album. But yeah, Benny, he definitely stepped up and managed to match Hit Boy's production. He gave us a much more well-rounded album, one that was much more polished off, and it's not just about how he sells bricks. There was a much more sort of personal element put into it. With all of that, it still sounded a little bit unfinished. And I don't know if that's due to like the features not meeting expectations, or if we just wanted like more of Benny. He did get, really personal, and he showed like a very good amount of growth. Maybe he just needed a little bit more growth. I don't entirely know what it was, but it just sounded not quite done. When it was over, I had a feeling like, I don't know, I'd clicked on the wrong thing on Spotify and that's only a portion of the album. Maybe somewhere there's like the full album uploaded and Spotify's only uploaded a little bit. I felt like it wasn't done. But yeah, it was still a really good album. Definitely a step up from what Benny the Butcher usually does, and what he usually does is still good. Yeah, I don't think there was a bad song on it either. Don't think it needs to be said, but Hit Boy just killed it throughout. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I think that's a pretty fair rating. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of it down below, and be sure to check out tomorrow, because I've got Self-Medicated by Jelly Roll, an artist I've never heard of before, but trust me, you are going to want to watch that review. I'll see you then. That's a wrap.